Now we're live.
Yeah. Yeah.
No yays. They're now in public.
Oh, mine is public.
Mine wasn't.
Well, shame on you.
I'm back, guys. Kinda. I still feel like crap. But I'm a nice wife. I'm helping him
That's
out
the first
tonight.
time I've heard that.
Don't let him fool you.
Don't think that's ever been said. In the history of things. Okay. And I noticed that I can't really hear anything. I wonder why that is. Oh, maybe because my audio is different. That's okay. I want to show hangers right now. Where do people are? So, oops. Sorry if you keep hearing. I'm still not used to this setup. I've changed some stuff around. So, yeah, bear with me a little bit. Uh, yeah, okay. So I'm still working on this page because I'm lazy. You guys see that?
I'm about to zoom in on it. There you go.
So I'm still working on stuff, but figured, you know what? Apparently, I'm gonna be in the house for a while, and they've been telling everyone to stay in the house as much as possible. So that's what we're doing. Is your mic on?
My mic is on.
Oh, okay. That's awesome. Okay, just making sure.
DeAndre wants to know what we're gonna play.
I have no idea. I have no idea.
T. Jackson said on a Monday night, thought it was Tuesday.
No. We normally do go Tuesday nights, but tonight I'm doing some drawing, so I'm not indie vote tonight, so I can say what I want to say. I don't have to worry about getting in trouble with standards and practices.
Mark Hodges says he's glad to see me out and about. Hope I'm feeling better.
Yeah,
I am okay. I'm still having spurts where I can't breathe good, but I'm getting there.
Yeah, she's doing better. She's not as bad as she was. I think that she's doing a little better, but and there's times where she starts to hack up. I think the mornings are the worst.
And late at night.
Yeah. Of course, little known fact, I try not to sleep in the same bed as love. I'm like, nope. I will sleep out on the sofa. Excuse me. And I haven't been put out there. I just get, you know.
You stay up later than me, though.
Yeah, I do. Doing God knows what. God knows who. So I need to get this page finished and move on to another page. But I am just struggling because every time I finish, or I think I'm done with it, or I think I'm where I need to be, I realize that there's something else that needs to be done. So
the struggle is real.
Yeah.
Like my shirt says.
No one can tell us what your shirt says at all.
There's the struggle.
Yeah. No one can tell the struggles from your shirt.
All you can see is real. Struggle's down there somewhere.
Yeah. So is everyone staying healthy tonight? Everyone kind of trying to stay healthy and not go outside, not go anywhere. I've been reading some really weird things online. I mean, all the conspiracy stuff aside, like, there's, you know, we're gonna be locked in. They're saying now, not locked in, but things are gonna be like this until, I'm hearing, July or June now, and it's one of those things where you just say, okay, well, for me anyway, that's the way it is. That's the way it's gonna be. I mean, we really can't do anything about it. If they're trying to keep us safe from this virus, Best thing we could do is
I
follow
got
their
some
order.
sad news.
Hmm?
I got some sad news for all the moviegoers.
Sad news to the moviegoers. What's that?
Imagine Theater just sent me an email
Hmm.
saying they're shutting their doors until further notice.
Well, yeah, I figured because AMC already. I mean, that was part of the governor's request that movie theaters shut down today. So yeah,
No
if
more
you're
movies.
yeah, movies are streaming networks are on. Though I'm surprised no streaming network has offered like a discount at this point.
Why would they? Now they can get all their money.
Yeah,
Dorfeast wants to know what you're drawing.
I am drawing. It's a scene from my book, The Begotten. This is when Lucifer gets kicked out of heaven.
You are so grainy.
I'm grainy.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Well, Lucifer's been kicked out of heaven, so
There we go.
he is suffering right now. He's kind of like melting away, and um, yeah, this is what that is. So I've been working on it, and I'm slow, but you know, and it's really I've honestly thought about redrawing it, but
No,
yeah, she'd kill me if I tried to redraw it at this point.
I
So
would.
I'm just gonna keep going.
DeAndre wants to know. He said, aside from that, some idiots are licking doorknobs and toilet seats for the C virus challenge. Why
Hmm.
must the young be so stupid?
I don't know. I don't know. 'Cause really, we weren't that dumb. I mean, we did some
No.
dumb stuff. Like, what was the dumbest thing we did? What do we do? We ghost ride the whip. That what we did. We got out the car and we let the car go down the street by itself and we danced next to it. I mean, we did some dumb stuff,
Not
but
like this.
we weren't licking ice cream, licking doorknobs and stuff.
Drinking bleach to try to get rid of the virus.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, eating Tide Pods. They've been doing some of everything for a while now. These kids are rough. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of wish they would stop, but they won't. They won't. They won't. And the sad thing is, too, this is my kid's generation, so I know that he's gonna be. Well, he's gonna grow up and do some really dumb stuff. Hey,
No, he won't.
this is the suicide challenge. I'm gonna jump off this bridge. Watch this.
They already had one of those.
Did they? They have a suicide challenge?
Yes, they did.
Oh, okay.
It didn't last very long.
I guess not. I guess not. So right now I'm rendering fire. I'm drawing fire. So, or flames. So for me, um, I draw in a couple different styles, and it is sometimes it's difficult for me to figure out or come to grips with how I want to render the fire, like more cartoony, more realistically. But since this book is drawn, you know, in a more realistic fashion, I guess I assume that I decided to try to render it as realistically as possible. Um, and then one of the problems is that I don't know if you guys can tell, but these boards are lined. They're ruled so that you don't go outside of certain areas. You got your safe space, safe space. You got live areas, what's gonna be your bleed, and there's some. They show you how to like if you're gonna do a 2-page spread, how to put it together. But I try to keep that in mind when I'm doing some of this stuff, and but there are times when I'll go way outside of that board, and the whole page will be rendered. And you can tell when you see that, that means that's a page that I really enjoy drawing because I went all the way to the edge and did all this crazy stuff that I know is going to get cut out. I know that you're never going to see it. But,
And then you get mad about it.
yeah, then I get mad about it when you don't see it. Well, it can be, now with digital printing, in digital preparation, you can go in, you can kind of shrink the page down a bit so you fit, what you would have cut off before you can actually fit it into the page. There's a lot. Digital preparation of comics has really, I think, changed the game a bit to the point where now People don't even really rule their papers. They don't even line out their papers. I remember some of the first people that I knew they were doing digital drawing. They were actually uh, programming in their blue line or their their ruling their rules, not just so they would have them, but now they don't do it. They just kind of
Larry's in the chat. He said, "Word up, homies."
hey, hello sir, how are you? We gotta.
You know, we didn't even roll your intro.
I didn't. You want to roll it? Hey.
Sure, I gotta find it now.
Uh-oh, she didn't roll my intro. It's very quick.
I'm slipping.
Yeah.
There it goes. There it goes. Jeff says your voice has an echo. Sounds kind of cool.
It's probably because my mic.
Yeah, yeah. That's why it has an echo, because my mic is on.
Hopefully they can hear you.
They probably hear you fine. You fine with your mic, but
I can turn mine off. You can have yours on.
Yeah.
I'll mute mine.
Yeah, either way, I can turn my gain up a little bit. There we go. All right.
Jeff says he can still hear you, but no cool echo now.
Yeah. See, no cool echo. No, earlier it's like this is the voice of God. You've. Yeah, it's it's weird. Has anybody been outside? Has anybody gone to do anything? They have to do like get last minute um accoutrements, last minute food stuffs, anything? Because earlier I was told it's scary quiet out there.
It is. I walked to the mailbox and it was just like dead. Jeff says your intro was awesome.
Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate it. I still got to make a few people an intro, and I've been promising them an intro for a while. Maybe now with some actual downtime, I can get that done. I know Randy asked me for one, and he said no rush, and I'm like, okay, no rush, that works. Yeah, no rush is great. I'll get that right out to you, I promise. And then it's really weird. People tell me no rush, and I rush it. People tell me, "Oh my goodness, I need this yesterday," and I'm like, "Yeah, I'll get it to you in 2 months." But yeah, I do. So I was asked last time I was on about a few art tips, and I don't know if we got any other artists watching right now. I can't see who's all watching because I'm not. I only have a. The only thing I have in front of me is the Facebook stream. So, and it's delayed. So I don't know if anybody's actually asking me anything right now. But what I can tell you guys is that there's a couple different things that artists use. I mean, this is an old one. I haven't updated this one in a while. But this is called a pickle chart. PICL, pickle. And it's pencils, inks, colors, letters. So what you want to do is you write page over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and however many pages your book is, and then you write P and I and C and L, and draw lines. So you need a ruler for this part, for the most part, and then you're gonna go through as it gets done. So page 1 is pencil, page 2 is pencil, 3 you can check, and you know where you're at with each page. So because what can happen is, you could be page 1, 2, and 3 could be colored, inked, colored, and lettered. But you got 12 that still hasn't been colored. Maybe your colorist hasn't gotten around to that yet. So it's a good way to keep up with a project if you're working on something. This one is outdated. I haven't, you can tell even the temporary markers kind of stuck on there. This is kind of old, but yeah, I mean this one costs like $1, so I kind of sometimes I put it up when I'm working on a new project. I put it up magnetized. It's not, is it still magnetized? Yeah, it is, I guess. But I put it up and it helps me get through a project if I'm where if I need to know where I'm at on a page. This book I'd be way behind. So and then something else that I do, and let's see here if I can grab this without making a mess. Huh?
You always make a mess.
Yeah, when it comes to reference, people have asked me, and you can never have enough reference on your computer. Back in the old days, I'm told they used to actually just keep file cabinets of reference materials, and now they don't. Now they just keep, or they do. They don't. No, there's not very few file cabinets. Not everyone has all their stuff saved digitally on computers. But what I did, and what I've done for years since I was a kid, anyway, is I buy Hot Wheels of cars that I might have to draw. So because I can get I can get a reference for this car online, but it's nothing like having it in my hand, being able to turn it, left and right, and move it all around and upside, underneath it, and on top of it. Some of those views won't be available to me, on a digital picture of the car, and they might not be available on all cars. Then you got little cool stuff like this. So if you wanted someone to pull up in a cyber wagon or a cyber truck or something, look at that thing. Look at that. That's awesome. And this actually is pretty cool because it has a little built-in like X-ray machine on it. It's supposed to go around the car. Look at that. You can't get cooler than that. That's awesome. We're gonna X-ray and make sure that your car is clean. We're sweeping you, and that's good. I like having stuff like this. Same with motorcycles.
We have boxes of cars.
Yeah.
And airplanes and
Yeah.
everything else.
And I get stuff like Batmobiles and stuff when I see them, just because someone might want me to draw a particular Batmobile in the back behind the picture. This actually is a car that one of my characters in my book drives. This is one of them, and yeah, I like it. This is the Lamborghini Aventador, and I looked for this car high and low. There's another car that I looked for too that I can't find, that I think my kid may have stolen.
No, we went through his toys,
I still think he stole it. Especially since I paid good money for it. But yeah, so get yourself a nice collection of Hot Wheels and a Tupperware tote, and when you gotta draw cars, just pull from that. It's one of the few things that you can still buy for $1 that you can use for reference. Used to be a time, I'm told, where you could go to the strip club and draw the strippers, but that day is come and gone. And on top of that, can't go strip club now because we've been told that you must stay in. Oh, that notice at all clubs, they knew what they were saying. Clubs. So, shut it down. I figured there. I think I was talking to someone. I don't know if they want me to say. I don't know if they want me to say their name, but he said when the strippers wake up, they're gonna run out and get webcams. There's gonna be a run on webcams because they're gonna realize, holy shit, you mean I can't strip? The club's closed. What can I do? They're gonna run out and get webcams. So I'm guaranteeing you, webcams are sold out. I will tell the girls there's some $5 webcams at Five Below. Run out and get those, and they're horrible quality, but you can run out and get them. They're still there. Run out there and get those cameras, girls.
Jeff wants to know if you tried taking a sketch pad to a strip club. We did.
Yeah.
We have.
Yeah. I've drawn in a strip club before. I've drawn in a strip club. And the strippers come around. Can you draw me? Sure. Have a seat. I wish I would have thought about doing that when I was single. My God. Who knows what could have happened? I mean, I probably could have had all types of STDs now, but still. Could have probably had some great times before eventually catching, something. And the thing is, too, look, I would still end up in quarantine no matter what. Look, where today? All that safety, where did it get me? Quarantined. And I know I'm making a joke saying we're quarantined, but that's what I feel. I feel like we're quarantined. And as an artist, I'm used to this. This is, can't go outside.
Yeah, but now we're told where you can't. So it's different.
No, we're not. Well, yeah. We're not. We're told we shouldn't if we want to remain healthy and keep our family members healthy. So yeah, it's a little different, but
this week I have to go to the grocery store.
yeah, I'm getting older this week. My birthday is this week, so I'm not looking forward to that at all. And yeah, I'm gonna be an old man. I'm wrong side of 30.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm not looking forward to that at all. But it will be what it will be. Some people aren't here, so I will take it. A year older, another year wiser. Another year in debt. Maybe not so much in debt though, because I don't have many cons to go to now. They're canceling those suckers left and right. I think 2020 con season may be over. What do you guys think? You think we're gonna get some more Comic Cons out of the year, or
no?
Do you think we're done?
Corona killed cons.
I think we're done into July. What does Jeff say?
He says interesting how there's a difference between quarantine and self confinement.
Oh yeah, home confinement. Yeah. I mean, I guess we're kind of doing our own home confinement, but it's quarantine is you can't go outside. Home confinement is please don't come outside. But I really don't want to go out. I'm not scared, but I don't go out anyway. I mean, you guys would be surprised. That's how come people can tell me, oh, I seen your son and your wife out. I seen them outside. I seen them at the store. Where were you? At home. Oh, hey, how come I never see you at the store? I don't like going out.
You really don't, though.
No. If I can avoid it.
You have me, though, most of the time.
Yeah, if I can avoid it, man,
That's
oh
why
man.
I'm sick.
Yeah, I sent her out. I was like, I'm not going out there. What do you say we need? Hey, here's what I need while you're out.
Mm-hmm.
Grab these things for me. Yeah, so I think this page is pretty much done.
Finally.
What I'll end up doing, I could always do more.
No. Start a new page.
Okay, 1 second.
I'm going to get up and take it from you.
Wait a second. I'm just doing something here.
Mm-hmm.
Calm yourself. It's just a little. Huh? I'm sorry, I keep brushing. If you hear that brushing sound, that is my
Huge mic.
yeah, my mic is huge. I'm definitely compensating for something. I have a huge microphone. But it's brushing up against my shoulder because of the way I have to sit when I'm doing this. So I sit in a very uncomfortable fashion. I always have when I'm drawing too. It's weird. The heck is that?
Something outside.
Is that someone rolling a trash can?
Yeah. Trash day tomorrow.
I ain't coming.
Probably aren't.
If I was a trash man, I wouldn't be out there. Yeah, I'm not going to work today. Why not? Because the world is ending. Do you guys see all the world-ending clips people keep playing? Like, oh, look, there's angels coming. And, oh, look, the 4 horsemen just rolled out the sky. It's over, and people are out there. Oh my God! Look, it's the end. It's the apocalypse.
Corey wants to know if we're really in quarantine.
No, we're not really in quarantine, but I
Not
mean,
yet.
yeah, not yet, not yet. But I thought we were gonna be for a second because well, I have a compromised immune system. I have a really poor. I have a illness called hydronitis suppurativa, and Lola has that cough. So a couple of days ago, with hydronitis, what happens is that the easy way to put it is that my body, I don't sweat. People say don't sweat it. I get offended. No, I'm just kidding. But I don't sweat. So instead of my body releasing those toxins and what it what it naturally would do through sweat, my body keeps it in. So I get these painful boils or open lesions. It really hurts. Hydronitis suppurativa is what it's called. If you ever want to Google it and you haven't, or you're trying to go on a diet, you don't want to eat, go ahead and Google it. But scalp, groin, armpits, it's where it usually affects. Any place dark and sweaty. So let your imagination guide you. But I can get these boils at any given time. I could be fine. We could have plans, and then you could ask me to go to movies with you, and at 2 o'clock, at 11, and I'm like, yeah, sure. And then by 12:30, I could be on the sofa, writhing in pain because I got one of these boils. Well, because of that, it's always my immune system is constantly trying to fight off infection. Well, that's bad. With what I'm told about this virus is going around. Well, the other day, Lola started to, cough and hack, and she can't breathe, and she's had bronchitis, and she's had asthma, and we were concerned, to say the least. And she went to the doctor, and they wouldn't give her any type of testing, but they did send her home with some steroids and some other things. So antibiotics. So we're pretty sure. I'm pretty sure she's fine, but if she's not, oh well. Oh well, she's not. I'll just get sick. I did get MRSA, and I tell you guys a funny story. I didn't know this, but when I was in the hospital with MRSA, and Lola didn't tell me this, and I'm not sure she told anybody.
I didn't tell anybody.
But there was talk of amputating my leg at one point. And I'm like, what? You're gonna read?
What?
You're gonna read that, or want me to read? I can read
You
it.
can read it.
Corey, you said my buddy's kids came in contact at his daycare and might have it, and he's losing his mind. That is why I was asking. Yeah, um, now I live on I live pretty close to an area about 2 miles from an area where someone had contact um with at two different restaurants. So it is very scary. It's very scary, and you start wondering, like, man, have I been in contact with anybody? Have I, did I touch anybody? I touch anything? Um, I was when I did go to Walmart, I was thinking to myself, well, worst case scenario, I'll get I'll get something, and it'll be like a mild cough. But I'm hearing it's a lot worse than a mild cough. I'm hearing it's actually. Yeah, you hear. See, that doesn't sound right, does it? Um, but I've heard people say that it's about a week or two of just feeling really crappy, like the crappiest you've ever felt for a whole week. So that's enough to make you stay in the house and want to stay in. I love the way that looks. I'll come back to it. Yeah, but they're saying, Corey, that the kids do a lot better with it than adults. If the kids, are able to tough through it, um, whereas adults were like big babies, and of course the elderly are at constant risk of having an issue, having something come up. But hopefully, um, this thing passes. Everyone kind of stays in. I figure if we all stay in, everything will get a little bit better. Like if we all stay in, the virus will burn itself out. and two, those who have been affected or ill already can get the treatment and the attention they need. We haven't run any sales and on Last Call Comics, and I was asked about that, and not to disparage anybody who has to or anything, but um, I just felt like it's like it wasn't right to do that. Some people are suffering, you know. People are people in other countries are losing their lives, and especially in Italy, and being married to an Italian woman, I guess I feel like I should I'm aware of what's going on, and I feel like maybe trying to sell my stuff at this moment. You know, just to me personally, I don't really need the help. Um, we're lucky in that aspect, I guess. But I have no problem helping others because I totally understand that there are a lot of people who do need that help because comics are their bread and butter year round. And I got a lot of friends who this they're not in a position to miss shows, and these shows hurt. Shows canceling really hurt them financially. So yeah, hopefully this whole thing gets better and we can get back to doing shows at least by July. I would love it if it was before then, but from the news that I've been reading, looks like it's going to be a long, long haul for us.
I thought you were done with that page.
Hmm?
You said you were done with that page.
I said I was done with this page, but guess what? Like Eddie Guerrero, I lied, Essie.
Start a new page.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm doing rendering, making the page richer, and it's looking better.
Do with that in inks.
Oh, well. Then it won't be in the originals. So if someone says, hey, can I buy that page? Guess what they don't see? Hey, wait a minute. How do you guys feel about that? If you bought some original art and then realized that the inks are really going to make that page look really good. Like, I try to put as much into the page with the pencils as I can. Digitally. Not digitally, but, in pencils, and I could in the inks. I'm weird. I just... One of those artists, And people forget that I'm an artist. Sometimes I forget. Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. Sometimes I forget. I'm like, man, if only I could draw. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, all right. We'll keep it like that. Yeah. All right. So Lola says I got to move to a different page. She says, what you do is you just set the page aside and you come back to it later. I got a little clipboard up here, though. Magnetic clipboard. I can just put it in. I can glance up there and step back and look at it and decide what else I need to put in there. Because
All those supplies.
yeah. It's another piece that I haven't finished yet. Because I'm lazy. And ooh, a hard brownie.
A what?
That sound you just heard was a brownie hitting the trash can. Oh.
How old was that thing?
No idea. No idea. But it wasn't edible, I'll tell you that much. It was not edible. What do we got here? Alright, we got letter template, which we're not going to use, and I can't even put up because it's not.
Why it was, where was that?
Hmm?
That's why it was right there.
Okay. Scene from my webcomic that I'm still putting together. Have to scan that. You guys want to see how the inks look on some of these pages? I'll show you. Happy to show you. Alright, so this is from my, not this, this is for a book that I have on Webtoons. Yeah. Hey, good job. Called Mr. Rusty's. You can check that out on Webtoon if you want. That's the second issue. I am, believe it or not, it's actually, the second issue is almost finished. I just haven't got it colored or done anything, so. But yeah, so here's, inks of the first page, and, you know, let me have at it, and I'll go back in there and redo some stuff. Same with the second, third, fourth. These actually aren't in order. I don't believe they are. Fifth. Oh. And you can see, I'll show you guys this. I try to, there are a couple of different things in the inks here. I ink my own stuff, so I don't like that I do that, but I do. I ink my own stuff, and you guys can see side-by-side comparisons what the inks versus the pencils look like. So when I'm inking, I try to put in a little bit more depth. You know, like there's stuff here you can see, but I try to put in a lot more depth. Little, you know, just little design elements. There's stuff in the feathers back there that you kind of don't have here. There's a reflection, yeah, reflection in the character's shoulder guards here that you don't have on the pencil version. Yeah, same for there's some other stuff going on back there. This is a pain. I don't know if you guys can tell, but that mountain back there, was a pain in the butt. That was a major pain in the butt to do. I did not like doing that, but did it because I just like the way it looked, the separate lines. Yeah, and that's the character of Lucifer. You see him just choking out his angelic brethren. And then there's the Poison Ivy, Man Thing, Swamp Thing piece, which I will finish at some point soon. Probably on a Twitch stream or something, so I don't get kicked off of YouTube. Because I know how YouTube gets with their appropriateness. Oh, you're drawing a piece for Brazers? I see. Yeah, you're off the YouTube. You're off Facebook. We're gonna get rid of all of that. There's no nudity in that piece at all, but still, I know how they are. So where's my portfolio? Because I know I have more art that can be done. Have you seen it?
Should be over there.
I'll find it.
Or is it right over here?
It's right by my foot. Let's see here. Yeah. Sorry for all the noise, you guys. The big clanging. Did you hear? Yeah. Another piece. That was an alternate cover. It's a Deadpool Deathstroke piece that I still gotta finish. I don't know if any other artist has a bunch of work they haven't done yet or haven't finished, but this one does. And yeah, so I have a lot of work that I have not finished yet, and
It's like 90% done, and he stopped.
yeah, I've got work 95% done. I'm like, yeah, that's enough for today. That's enough for today. We'll pick this up later. And
I didn't notice when you...
oh yeah, there's always a considerable amount of anger when I do that. And you need to finish that. I think if I finished actually most of the stuff I started to draw, we'd be good. We'd have a lot of content. But yeah, I mean, if you're an artist, you know how it is. I mean, you move into a different project, and you have stuff that hasn't been finished yet. I've started projects and got 80%, 90%, like she said, 95% done, only to find a new project and start on that and get that halfway finished or even to the finish line. And no, we want to do this first, and then you start focusing on that. And for me, I don't do any coloring. It's one of the skills that I've just not sat down and taken the time to learn. And so you don't send it out to your colorist, so the project just kind of sits wherever it's at, whether that be on your in your portfolio or on your hard drive, and you never get it finished. You never send it out, and it just sits there. And I think I got 2 books like that so far that are just sitting on a hard drive. Not colored, not lettered, just the pages, just the art. It's all there. Same with this one. This one is, but this one was coming along. And now because I don't really have anything to do, don't take the kid to school, don't have any cons, no commissions at this point. I can finish. A couple weeks ago, a couple months ago. Excuse me. I had a lot of commissions, a lot, and I was backed up, and people were getting mad. Hey, where's my commission? I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I promise. Some people get mad. They don't get them in time, and they don't get it when they want to. I always have people this. When it comes to artists, pay them when they turn the project in, or give them half up front. If an artist asks for half up front, my belief is he's probably gonna finish it. If he asks for half up front, delicious pop. But if he asks for everything up front, make sure you know. Make sure you trust him. All right. So this piece actually is done, but I did see one thing I want to fix. Where is my tough stuff? There it is. Okay. Let's see here. I did a drawing stream couple years ago. Not a couple years ago, but a while ago. Like very early on. Old webcam. And as I recall, there was no talking. You could not you couldn't put sound with it yet. So you could overlap music with it, and it was really weird because you could play any song you wanted. So you could play music from any group, and it was totally fine, and no one would come after you with a lawsuit. Those days are long. Those days are gone. I think nowadays you do that. You play music during your drawing stream, and you're going to face possible stiff penalties, or they just take down your stream. But no one wants that either, right? Don't take down my stream, boss. Trying to get those fans. So the next step for most of this art is to be scanned in. I scan it in. I just flip it over, make it blue line. Once it's blue line, I print it out again. I bring it back over here to the computer, and I ink it. And that's the plan. I may not do that this time. I may just go through, finish the book, and then do all of that, and then go back and ink it. What I'm thinking I'm going to do is I'm probably going to do that back, and I'm probably going to ink the last page first and just kind of go back through and meet in the middle. yeah, I'm trying to find other things that I can do. Because if I don't have anything else, I have one page of this book left to do, and that's it. Which is very scary. Very scary for me. Maybe I can add two. Maybe I can add 2 additional pages.
No.
I'm gonna add 2 additional pages. Yeah. All right. Hand me let me get a board here. All right. Nice clean board. Nice clean, unsullied, virgin board. All right. Okay.
What do you do?
Well, I'm starting on that page. I have this idea. And, most of you guys, this is gonna be boring. I know you can't really see, but if you have any questions, you guys watching have any questions, feel free to ask them, and I will try to answer them to the best of my ability. Sometimes it helps. Like this page may never see the light of day. I may change it, change several things about it before the end of before I actually, that's why it's blue. That's why it's light. I think I might change a little bit more about my setup over here too. I may put my mic over to the left because this is my drawing arm, and because of that, what's happening is that it's really starting to bump into my arm when I draw, something like that. And if I put it up higher, it's still the weight of the microphone pulls the boom arm down. Might be the one splash page in this book, actually, if it goes to plan. It's not the very last page, but the last page I have to draw. And sometimes I use block forms just to block out because I'm not sure about this scene yet. So when I'm not sure about what I'm, rendering, I kind of just do these block forms and figure out, what's going to be where, who's going to be where. You may never see these people. They may never show up in the finished project, but, I see, I don't like that. The cool thing about the blue line, the blue pencil, is that you're never going to see that. So I could use the same sheet of paper and you'll never see that image. You'll never see any of the, framework I just laid down there. know where some of my equipment's gone. No, I was trying to see if I see my brush, but I don't. Nope. It's not there. Oh, there it is. Way behind that stuff. Never mind. Don't know if I like that either. I think his head is a little bit too far up. I think, well, not too far up, but I think his head is a little. He's like, look, he's looking up a little bit too much. His head probably should have come down. Wait, we'll see what we can do. If anybody wants to know Lola when they go live stream tonight, I didn't want to.
No, it's a good idea.
I said maybe. And I was prepared to go to sleep. I was prepared to go to sleep. I was prepared to sleep it off. Sleep off these lofty ambitions of being a comic book artist, and I have to be vigilant tomorrow. I'm expecting a semi-important phone call, so I need to be vigilant. And I'm not liking any of this. I'm not liking any of this. You know, one of the things that I was talking to a guy about a little while ago was that we were talking about comic art, and he says that he just feels really intimidated by the page when he's laying the page out, and when he's even drawing. And tell us that, you know, it's kind of like, oh, in my opinion, the best things to do is just try to not be intimidated by the page, but remember that you're controlling that pencil. It's not controlling you, but you know, you're gonna have to put in the work. And you know, if something kicked your butt one day, that's a problem area. So run back to that. I got notebooks, sketchbooks that I buy that are aimed at just my problem areas. So if I have a problem with hands, then I get a sketchbook, and I just make it my hand sketchbook, and I just fill that sketchbook up with nothing but hands, nothing but you know, like hands, fist, open hands, pointing, middle finger, whatever I have to do, how the fingers move, just to keep myself, you know, if I start feeling where I have a problem with it. Let me message someone here real quick. Oops. Well, There we go. Sorry. I have family that's concerned about, no. So, everybody wants to, Randy is also on Alternative Live. So we should hop over there real quick and see what Randy's doing. Should we stream snipe Randy? You don't know how to stream snipe, do you?
No.
Well, everything I teach you.
For you to set it up.
No, we're not gonna stream snipe right now. Well, what we'll do is we will end it here, and then I'll go see how Randy's doing over there, and then we will come back over here because stream sniping can get you in trouble too. Stream sniping isn't fun. It's not cool. So we're gonna wrap it up here, and then we'll come back, and maybe I'll have this page somewhat done. I just want to see Randy on Alternative Live. He's gonna be on there tonight. Randy Zimmerman. If you haven't seen Randy, he's on Zim Geek on YouTube, as well as he's on Indie Volt with me every Tuesday and Thursday. So yeah, I like the way that's laid out. Actually, I don't know if you guys can see that. It's one of those soldiers. Can you guys see that? All right. If you can't, too bad. But yeah. So yeah, we'll end it here, and maybe I'll pop back on in a little while once Randy has finished his stream over there, because I'm eager to see what he talks about. Until then, everyone, keep drawing, keep your hands clean and your nose, all that stuff.
Stay safe.
Stay safe, please. It's important that you stay safe and clean and healthy.
Just ask me what you'd like me to do.
Wow.
I'll try my best to
Alexa
help.
wants to chime in.
Yeah, she did, didn't she? She needs to shut up. All right, guys, we'll see you back here soon, probably. Talk to you later.